company, Pemex, doing. We cannot even found the contracts, the agreements between both companies. In this case, with SAP and Oracle and Pemex, and as well all the partners, a lot of small Indian origin IT companies as well as most of the clients. They are using totally wrong my technologies, so the data and the process are incorrect. So they did mainly because they didn't follow industrial engineering and science and technology than we used to have more than 20 years ago. After 9/11, we using an Indian Babylonian secret knowledge that in which we cannot improve the productivity and efficiency and effectiveness in our processes. So because of that, most of the presidents worldwide, even Obama and all the CEOs are considered right now like satanic, diabolic, psychopaths, criminals, and even homosexual because of the use of these reptilian implants that made them be homosexuals, while while there are puppets of the elites, okay, these dirty and richest families in the world, plus the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and all these guys, that they might not even be humans, okay? It seems that they are reptilians and others. Today we're going to talk about the, the Mexican-U.S. relationships through Mr. Trump and Mr. Peña. I think that that's the peak of the iceberg right now that we know. But I know both countries exactly, okay? I have been living in both countries and I know the situation perfectly. And basically, the situation of NAFTA didn't bring any good satisfaction to you, to real U.S. citizens and real Mexican citizens. This was prepared by these dirty and richest families in the world, mainly through Iturbide and others pseudo-Mexicans, Christian Illuminati, and even the Bush are involved, the Clintons are involved. I mean, these guys working for the Illuminati, basically they want to put in bankruptcy the United States and bring China, Israel, and Switzerland to replace us worldwide. So the situation with Mexico, okay, I know since I studied the bachelor degree in industrial engineering that there was some kind of invasion to the south part of Mexico. It was well talking because the UNAM has a lot of use, okay? And these guys, they were preparing some kind of plan as part of these secret societies of Mexico. Of course, we didn't see anything before because Mexico was really a nationalist country, okay? If you were a professional with a bachelor degree, you might be sure that you might be earning more than with the same level of education than an American. In the 70s, something happens, and these you Christian Illuminati start bankruptcy Mexico, as they are doing right now in the States. So whatever we're living in Mexico is impacting the United States. We're neighbors, okay? So the situation with Mexico right now is that a lot of companies, Mexican government companies that belong to the people, they were paid by Mexican taxes. Suddenly they got bankrupt, okay? And Mr. Trump knows it. Well, he was the lucky guy to Gortaris, and is considered like a king, who automate this bankruptcy using Microsoft Excel and manual procedures. So my ERP replacing all this to make sure that these guys are put in jail because of their accounting and fiscal fraud, and it seems that it's coming from Babylonia. It's the same technique that they have been using against other imperiums in history. So right now that these guys, they have all the companies, they have the money. Right now they even want to destroy the United States. Through this invasion, prepare for the Euclidean Illuminati. And what's happened, Mr. Trump is clear, we need a wall. It's going to be good for Mexico, it's going to be good for the United States, because we have to protect the borders. Okay, there are some guys who are coming here with the weapons, and basically they are doing a genocide in Mexico and United States. Both sides, but to whom? Mainly to Mexicans, but at the same time they are prepared to do it against other real citizens, U.S. citizens or real Mexican citizens. Who are they attacking? Mainly businessmen. Businessmen, and they might have even a company working, and suddenly they are attacked. They asking some kind of taxes, okay? But this is more like a bribe at the center. So all the presidents in Mexico and United States knows about that. Why Clinton? Why Fox? Why Calderon? Why all these guys that we already know that they are Illuminatis? They want to continue with this kind of scheme when it doesn't work for regular citizens, and they have to work daily. They want to have food on the tables, and it is totally unfair. At the same time, the guys that are crossing the United States are not working anymore in agriculture. We're talking less than 10% or 15%. There is only a small amount, like the immigrators that we used to receive in the States. So what is happening with the other guys is they cannot work illegally. So it seems that they are working in illegal businesses already prepared for them through the Mexican cartels. But the Mexican cartels are part of this Black Panther, the Ku Klux Klan, the Italians, the Chinese, so they are working together with system. All of them are connected, it's the same situation. So these mafias are working in this accounting and fiscal frauds, and even the five accounting firms as well, KPMG, Deloitte, Pricewaterhouse, laundering money in all the world, except the United States, and transfer this money to, for example, to Scotland or China, to Hong Kong. Okay, we already know that this kind of situation. So why they are not doing anything in a long time? Even I was attacked in San Antonio, Texas, with this. It seems like ex-military coming from Central America or even Mexico, with MK Ultra. So we don't even, we have a candidate to be president of the United States, and it's already have MK Ultra controlling even to pee and poop, like Hillary Clinton. What we can say about this situation with the mafias? All of them, they have already MK Ultra, other devices, implants, and even nanotechnology. So the presidents and the media in United States and in Mexico, they don't talk about that. And I think that Mr. Trump is starting to talk straightforward about the situation. The Mexican government didn't respond until now. It's incredible. I mean, only some months for the election, and we know exactly where is going to be the election with Mr. Trump. There are a lot of legal cases about the Clinton, the Bush, and others in the States, like my case, by trillions of dollars. What's going on? Nothing is happening with the Obama administration that is not even a U.S. citizen. Okay, so we have the case of Ted Cruz and Obama, then they didn't follow any immigration law. So who is giving the citizenship? It is not. It is a fake. I mean, in my case, I have to do all the processes for several years, and I have to comply with the legal U.S. requirements. And right now, I am proud to be a U.S. citizen, but really pissed off because of the situation with Obama and Ted Cruz, and of course, all this situation of illegal immigrants even coming with MK Ultra, not only from Mexico. Mexico is like a bridge for all kind of these illegal businesses of the Christian Illuminati, and Mexico knows about that. They even buy an airplane to convince presidents to destroy the United States using this clearance bank in Monterrey, supported by the Bush and the Portaris and the Monterrey elites. We already know that they have been doing child trafficking, human trafficking, organ trafficking by centuries. Okay, so even they are using the meat in the McDonald's, 4%. So you can imagine the situation, and nobody's talking about that. We're getting poor and poor and poor. Like the Mexican first has only the mirror of what's going to happen with the United States if we don't do anything about it. So Mexico with Mr. Peña Nieto has to start talking. I think that right now he has real Mexican advisors, and it's pretty good to start talking about all these situations, to open the communication between the countries, because it's really important. There are other countries like China, Russia, India, and others that are invading us, having our jobs, having our companies in both countries. So because of NAFTA or the TLC, basically these guys are taking advantage, and even they say that there are Mexican or U.S. companies when we have 90% of the Indians or Chinese working in those companies illegally, because it breaks Mexican and U.S. labor laws. I have a case with the Infosys Technology and Tech Mahindra. So the same laws has to be applicable in Mexico, because even an illegal alien can sue by millions of dollars to the employer if they have an accident, for example. It's happened everything to me already in Mexico. Both companies, they are not paying me anything when my criminal sue is by trillions of dollars, and it's included even Calderon and Clinton. So I think that we need to do something about it, because we cannot allow to continue with this genocide in Mexico and in the United States, and everybody is not talking about it. Okay, and there is of course a white genocide with these drugs, and Mr. Trump knows about that. Okay, so we need to be ethical, to identify and do a precise diagnostic that we don't have in Mexico right now. Mr. Trump is the first one to give a good diagnostic of all this situation, because they are destroying totally the United States, as they did in Mexico. So if Mexico wants to be better and not to give all this money, legal or illegally, from typical or atypical businesses to these Christian Illuminati in Mexico and United States, we need to defend the real citizens in both countries. And of course, Mr. Trump is thinking to do that. And that's pretty good, because we cannot have a criminal as president if Hillary Clinton is elected. I mean, you can imagine the situation is going to be worse for Mexico, worse for the United States. We're going to for sure for an explicit dear worldwide, dear war, okay, dear war. Even it is starting in other countries. near Babylonia. Okay, but as I said before, we need to do something, Mexicans and U.S. citizens, real, because even we are in a point of having a civil war in Mexico and having a civil war in the United States. If Hillary is elected as president, so you can imagine the situation right now, the criminal situation. These guys are killing everybody. They having all our gold or our silver, precious stones, gold, oil, and even right now they want the water in both countries. And this Illuminati are allowing because they persuade to have the population agenda that is well known worldwide. So we have to stop guys like Fox. I mean, he's talking bullshit. He doesn't know the situation. He's a criminal. He has been killing more than two guys in his own house. So you can imagine he's protected totally by the judicial system, all the law system. I mean, doesn't work at all against this Illuminati. Even with the plagiarism of his thesis and Universidad Iberoamericana. So we need really to change all these situations. It seems that you Christian Illuminati they're going in fast speed. They didn't stop of all these warnings of Mr. Trump. So they are working more to have as soon as possible this corporate government. So they are using all our tax money to have 100% of the installation for the Illuminati farm, using computer centers to torture and kill us. So you can imagine if we continue like that. We don't have any increase of productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness using these black box created by SAP and Oracle, but in India. Okay, I think that we have more education. As you can see, no Indian is studying at Mexican universities, while the Chinese, the Cubans, they have people working in Mexican universities. But the Indians, they just want to study something like CONALEP, okay, something like high school, and they don't care if they are going to have a good employment at the corporates because they are helping these Christian Illuminati that infiltrate corporates and government. So we need to do something. We need really a real change. Okay, we need this war to stop all this trading of weapons and others to keep us under control. We need things to do it better between two countries, because China, India, Russia, they are going to destroy us. Okay, for sure, for sure. I mean, we already see it in the streets. A lot of poor people unemployed. Okay, without any kind of benefits. Okay, even retired people, then all their money was stolen by these guys in their pensions. That's my case. I mean, right now I am trying to have justice, but these guys, they control everything, and even they attack you, so they don't stop, even against your family. So they are really dangerous, and definitely it is a good opportunity that Mr. Trump and Mr. Peña Nieto start talking about all these situations, then put in dangers this genocide act in Mexico and United States, then increased really fast through the Clintons and Calderon, but we know that the Bush, the Gortaris are involved. I mean, they are working in both countries. So we need to create something better, take advantage of that we are neighbors, that we want to be definitely all the time. Then there are Mexicans that are in United States. There are Americans as well in Mexico. Mexico is right now is receiving as well immigrants, and we need to have more advantages, but we need to respect the real citizens in both countries and follow the laws. So don't try to continue lying, for even in the election processes. I mean, they are using this Disneyland fantasy data that we have in Mexico in the United States. So come on, guys. Instead of using science and technology than United States can provide, we're using this Indian Chinese secret knowledge. So we have to stop using all that. It doesn't work. We can see that simple view in our communities in Mexico or the United States. So it is necessary that we start talking, that both countries start talking, using real citizens and with people that knows all these situations and people that are good observers, because as I said before, these accounting statements are totally fake. They are not real. Has the wrong copy of my technology. It's not real. These you Christian Illuminati, they want to continue liars like Babylon. Okay. Thank you very much for listening me. I hope that you like this program. God bless you.